This is great. Okay, hey, so here's the thing. It's true. Okay, these things are true. We're not going to stand here for a minute, and we like to have a lot of fun with this. We understand both of this. We understand the pros. We understand the cons. We see it every single day. We understand the idea of this idea of an entitlement, lack of focus. We understand these things because you know what? They're true. They really are. We also understand this. We understand the ability for millennials to multitask, to adapt on the fly, to improvise, right? Things that they could do that I could never do. Right? The idea of I'm on a project, Joe's on a project, we're working, we're grinding. Somebody comes in my office and says, "You need to stop that and do that." Man, I shut down. I'm not built that way. Right? I want to work on this project and bring it to a close. Jess and I work together all the time. I'm like, "Jess, switch gears." She's like, "No problem." Boom, 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 boom. 17, she's the example I use. 17 windows open, 17 tabs open on her laptop, just getting it. Like all different projects. I asked to borrow her laptop, I just start closing windows. Right? I'm like, "Oh, no, we don't work this way." She screamed. She screamed at me. She's like, "No!" I'm like, "Oh, I need one tab. Google. That's it." Right? I might even close that one. Just open up the typewriter. But what we want to do, we're going to spend today, we're going to talk about these things. Okay? We're going to talk about how we leverage that. We're going to talk about how we bring that into the team, into the store, into the organization. We take advantage of those skills. Because if you're not, you're missing out. You're missing out on everything they bring to the table. And I promise you, if you're not taking advantage of that, they will leave. Okay? Same thing here. These exist. So we're going to talk about these weaknesses. We're going to talk about how we improve upon them, how we broaden, how we educate, and how these things aren't going to go away unless we help. But I promise you this. If we can focus and emphasize these and incorporate these into your organization, into the stores, then all of a sudden these start to go away. Because this idea of lazy, if we can start to leverage these and the challenges and the multitasking, that lazy starts to go away. Because my biggest mistake as a manager, we'll go to the break right after this, my biggest mistake as a manager and a leader of millennials is to try to get them to work the way that I would work. And giving them a task and saying, "Here's your task, you have all week, Monday morning, here's your job, I want it by Friday at 5 p.m. Here's your one job, you've got 40 hours to get it done, go." It doesn't work that way. They need the multiple tasks. They need to be able to task switch. They need to be able to pass projects back and forth. And so my attitude was, "You're lazy, you're not doing anything." They're like, "I'm bored. I want other projects to work on so I can go back and forth." Once I started to understand that, and it had to change my work style. I had to get multiple projects in the queue, but then all of a sudden that laziness disappeared because they would task switch and do an incredible amount of work. So rather than one project that I'd hoped for the week, I can get 2 or 3 done at a very high level. What we're going to do